You gave the farmer 3,100 in 2024.
Yes.
All right. Then what
and
happened?
they came to the public that we should give the farmer not less than 6,000 cedis.
As a result of the global
As a
price.
result of the global price. Then the management explained that price was just a single day's price.
A single day?
Yes, that is shot up to 10,000. And that within some 2 or 3 days, it has come down to about 8,000 and sometimes 7,000. And there's also something about trading. Even I've listened to the chief executive of Ghana Cocobod today, Randy Abbey, on Asempa FM, where he said that the buyer is also rational. So even if the price reached $10,000, the buyer will not go and buy. He also waits and see that prices will fall before he goes to purchase the product. So it is not accurate that once you have reached 10,000, you are definitely going to get it at 10,000. You may not. So what they do is they put all the days they have bought cocoa together and they average it. And that is what is called the achieved pricing. Mm-hmm. So in 2024, the achieved pricing for the year was about $4,850.
Mm-hmm. And 4,000?
Yes. And out of that $4,850, they gave the farmers about $3,100 in metric ton. If you translate it or if you change it to cedis, then or bags, then you are giving the farmer 3,100.
So this is what you gave the farmer,
bag.
and NDC were of the view that this is too low. You should be giving the farmer 6,000.
Yes.
And they promised they'll give the farmer 6,000.
They promised they'll give the farmer 6,000. And quite interestingly, during the time, what surprised me was the fact that Honorable Atufosin had been a board member of Cocobod before. So it's not like he was naive of the issues of Cocobod. He understood the pricing mechanism, that they had a producer price committee that sits down to do the pricing, and they factor all the buyer's margin, the haulier's margin, the warehousing, and all these factors into it. He was also aware that they do forward sales, and based on those forward sales, they will use their achieved pricing to do their calculation and give the farmer a percentage. Now, in that same year, if you subtract in dollar terms the amount in Tony that they gave to the farmer and the achieved price, you realize that there was an amount of $1,700 left for administrative costs and all the other factors, including paying off even some of the debts that Cocobod was owing, because Cocobod had debt with liabilities with Bank of Ghana, the cocoa bills and so on that they had to pay. So the $1,750 was the amount that was reserved for administrative costs and all these other factors. Today, the achieved pricing for Cocobod is about $7,200. Mm-hmm. And out of that, they are giving the farmer 70%. Mm-hmm. And that is what they are proudly going about saying, that they've done well because they've given 70%.
No, let's compare to the 3,100. So MPP was giving 3,100 2024. NDC is giving more, isn't it?
They are giving more because they are getting more.
How much are they giving?
They are getting 7,200 and they are giving $5,040.
I thought they are giving you. I heard on Asempa when you were there that they're giving 3,100 and something.
So the $5,040 is in dollar term. When you go to cedis, they are giving the farmer 3,228 cedis per bag, which is 128 cedis increase.
Okay, so they've increased by 128 cedis upon what the MPP was doing.
What is the value of 128 cedis today? Today, if the same 128 cedis you want to buy a bag of cement, or the same 3,228 cedis you want to buy a bag of cement, today a bag of cement is about 120 cedis.
How much was it in 2024?
2024 was about 90 cedis.
Are you sure cement prices haven't gone down?
No.
But we hear that prices have gone down everywhere.
No. Just today, I learned that public transporters are increasing public transport first.
Well, that's being debated. GPRTU says no.
Yes.
So
they want to increase the first, not because of fuel, but because of spare parts. Because they believe that spare parts are not going down. And there are a lot of factors. Anybody who's gone to the market, you realize that there are a lot of factors that are not going down.
So what the farmers are complaining about is that NDC promised them 6,000, which they were looking forward to.
Which they were looking forward to.
And they are now getting 3,000.
And they are getting 3,228, just 128 cedis increment, which is 4.2% increase.
What is the international price of a ton, and how many bags is a ton? You said 16.
16 bags.
Okay, what's the international price of a ton?
Today, on the markets, if it's spot, you might get it around $8,000.
A ton,
$8,000 or more. And their achieved price is about $7,200. But the interesting thing is, here's where the meat is. Paul, you are giving the farmer $5,040 per ton, and you are achieving $2,200 per ton, $7,200 per ton, which means there's a difference of about $2,200 for administrative costs.
So government is keeping $2,200.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
Just last year, government was keeping just $1,700.
$1,700 of what you were getting.
Exactly.
But NDC is keeping $2,200. But you said they are getting more.
So why don't you give the farmer more based on that promise that you've made to the farmer? Instead of keeping $2,200,
I get your point.
Even
so
keep,
if they
even
get the
keep,
farmer $6,000,
even keep $1,900 or keep $2,000 and add the extra $2,000 to the farmer. Extra $200, add it to the farmer.
So the communication this morning that the NDC have done something good with cocoa and the farmers are getting more, is it untrue?
From where I sit, I'm equally disappointed like the farmer. Because based on the promises they made, and based on what they are raking in now, I appreciate the fact that the city has appreciated. But the point is, when you go down, the value of things are not going down. So the farmer is not really seeing much, because you claim you are giving the farmer free fertilizer. But we all know that the free fertilizer, a lot will not end with the farmer. You claim you are giving the farmer free.
Is it because your free fertilizer did not end with the farmer, so you know that their free fertilizer will not end with the farmer?
Because there is history in this country that there was a period that they were giving free fertilizer and it was not ending with the farmer. And
under the MPP?
Under the NDC.
What happened under the MPP with fertilizer?
So what the MPP did with fertilizer was that we brought something called an incentive. So the farmer takes the fertilizer based on, they have a cooperative, based on the cooperative, and they pay some amount of the cost. They pay some amount of the cost. So let's say the fertilizer is 200 cedis per bag, the farmer will be made to pay about 60 cedis.
Okay.
So it's like there's an incentive provided by the government for you. The idea was to prevent smuggling of the fertilizer. Because in 2016-17, there was a report that was submitted to Cocobod that showed that a lot of the fertilizers that were sent to the farms ended up in Burkina Faso and other places.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a business that people were doing. There were reports of arrest that people go and take the free fertilizer, export it to Burkina because they rebag it and so on. So based on that, we had to put in place a mechanism so that the cost of smuggling will become higher. Because if you are going to sell outside and you have to pay 60 cedis or 80 cedis first, it means by the time it gets to our borders, the cost is too high and they can't buy. And that was it. And even with that, I have heard Randy Abbey say that some of the farmers were not paying. So when you look at the collection rates, a lot of them were not paying. Why were they not paying? Because we had politicized it. Whilst government was giving the fertilizer to the farmers at a certain reduced price so that they will not smuggle, people were going around telling the farmers that, you know what, we'll give it to you for free. The moment that message enters the farmer's mind, it makes it difficult for him to pay.